Though I'm an attorney, I am not your attorney, and neither is Frank and Kraft. This video you're about to see is for informational purposes only, and does not create an attorney-client relationship between you, the viewer, and either me or my law firm, Frank and Kraft. Everyone's situation is different, and the advice that we give is not appropriate for everyone. If you have specific issues and concerns, please talk to an attorney in person because their advice may differ from the one you're about to see. Thanks for watching. Hi, I'm Alan Reece with the law firm of Frank and Kraft. Today we're going to answer another frequently asked question that we get from clients and prospective clients about Medicaid and Medicaid eligibility. So today's question is, what is the 5-year look back? All right, so to explain this, it's helpful to walk back in time a little bit. So in the past, you would have people who were very, very wealthy, but who didn't want to pay out of pocket for care. So you had someone who was a multimillionaire, and what they would do is they would want to become eligible for Medicaid. So what they would do, the day before they applied for Medicaid, or the month before they applied, they would take all of their money and write a very large check and give it to their kids. They would take the money out of their name and put it into their kids' names, and then they would claim impoverishment and apply for Medicaid. And because of the rules as they were at the time, they would become eligible because they don't have any resources, they don't have any assets, and so Medicaid would pay for their care. Now, this didn't seem fair to the people who were running the Medicaid program, and so Congress passed legislation to make it harder to give money away and then become eligible. So they put in place something they call a look-back period. Now, that look-back period has changed from when it was initially adopted. In fact, Indiana's look-back period has recently changed due to the adoption of a piece of legislation here in Indiana called DRA, which is short for the Deficit Reduction Act. So right now, the look-back period is 5 years. It used to be 3. But what is a look-back period? Well, here's what happens. Let's say I'm that multimillionaire, and I have millions of dollars, and I give my millions of dollars away to my kids. And then I apply for Medicaid. Now, when I apply for Medicaid, Medicaid will look back in time, and they will want to see records of financial transactions that I've engaged in over the past 5 years. And they're going to look at transfers to see if I have given money away. And if I've given money away within the past 5 years, and I apply for Medicaid, they will calculate something called an uncompensated transfer penalty, and they will penalize me for the money that I've given away. Now, the way they calculate that is, it's a little difficult to get into, but basically, now it's a little under $6,000. For every $6,000 I give away, I become ineligible for Medicaid for about a month. So the idea is, the more money you give away, the larger your penalty is. And when the penalty is assessed, what it means is, if you apply for Medicaid, Medicaid will say, okay, you will become eligible for Medicaid, but you are penalized for a certain period of time. And over that period of time, you will need to pay out of pocket for your own care before Medicaid will pick up the bill. So let's say I give away a little under $6,000. Medicaid, and I apply for Medicaid. Medicaid sees that I've given away a little under $6,000 in the past 5 years, and so they will assess a penalty on me, and I will be ineligible for about a month. So I will apply, and they will say, you're eligible, but you're going to have to pay out of pocket for care for the next month, and then Medicaid will step in and pay your bills. So the 5-year look back affects how you make choices about giving money away, if you choose to do that or not. And it can have a really significant impact if you engage in gifting and you're not aware that there's a penalty that's built in there and that there's a look back that's built in there. What it does is it encourages you to plan ahead of time and not wait until somebody gets sick before you start planning for long-term care. So that's the 5-year look back. Hopefully that's educated you all a little bit. If you have any other questions, please feel free to contact me. We'll be happy to answer more specific questions regarding your situation. Thanks.